Chris. Chris, I'm looking at you. Now I'm looking at you, Chris. Brian Bailey, you're on the job. Let's bring him in.
Hey, shut up and get in here! Okay.
Brian Bailey, everyone!
We're good. Maybe we should do a standing room only. Would that work better?
And then I won't feel weird standing?
Yeah, we'll just make it socially acceptable.
Well,
Okay.
oh shit! No, that's okay.
You can go. I don't want to be murdered.
I'm
Is anyone else coming in? Good?
Is this everybody?
Cool? Yeah. So we're starting?
actually no.
I see you.
I think, whatever you want to talk about. I mean, if everyone's standing around you while you're sitting, well, I think it'll be work.
Look at you, Brian Bailey.
Alright. Everybody's here? Should we count off? Do we do the buddy system? 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here we go.
I think everyone's just counting down now.
There's a guy right there.
Kathryn, oh my God.
Oh, okay. Kathryn with a K. Is a student and tutor at DePaul University. She has been writing poetry since the 2nd grade and has been crazy ever since, like most poets. Yeah, Brian, we all agree with that. And pink is her natural hair color.
I did not time that, I swear to God.
So, nobody say anything. Kathryn, everybody!
Okay, cool, yeah, my name is Kathryn, and my parents... That's actually a good one.
Hey, could everybody sit?
Oh, we're filming.
Just please.
We're gonna do the sitting? Yeah, we're gonna do the sitting.
Like, whatever is gonna make y'all most comfy, and probably whatever means I don't have to use a mic.
I'd be comfy if I could see. They're also like,
Okay, cool, we ready? Woo, okay, so I'm not a cheerleader, but I watched a lot of cheerleading movies as a kid. But my name's Kathryn with a K. I'm gonna read some poems for you. I will give you a heads up. I talk about heavy shit. That means my experience with mental illness, suicide, assault, and, sexual assault. So if you're not comfy about hearing about that right now, feel free to go get a drink, take a smoke, get some air. Just wanna let you know. That's where I'm coming from. I'm going to take my jacket off because it is warm. And then I won't look so professional. So, I'm going to read a poem first called If I Were Bilingual, I'd Be 3 Types of Bi. I, for one, know what it means when I have less than $2 in the bank. And stay up until 3 a.m. on a Wednesday because why not? Spading on 4 drugs. Answering your questions with 5 shrugs. I am sick. I am sick. I am 6 ticks away from my midnight touring the 7 wonders of both poles. I eat pills for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Medicate and meditate 8 times a day. They call me Kat. Katie. Kathryn with a K. I've got 9 lives, so I have to try 10 times to get this hurried heart a break. You have a calendar. I have a cycle. I measure out my life in milligrams and bottle caps pour each emotion into a symptom. Everything means something when you are sick and you don't trust yourself. You trust the doctors. And for me, at least, it's usually a gradual change. Slow, shifting tectonic plates warming up for a quake, and then the next thing you know, your whole body is nothing more or less or different than anything else. And you don't know why you keep bothering anyway. Toss, turn, stare at the ceiling, pray for the healing. I sleep but never rest, hold but never keep, kiss but never love. Depression is the right word for it. Depression is what is left after your heart moves out. When your you packs up and heads for the door, a breakup of the mind and body that leaves one empty and the other exposed. How do I know? I know when I look out the window and see only cars that haven't crashed yet. When the world is something to watch go by from the front porch of my mind, that's how I know. Just a week ago was the third week in a row I haven't been sober for more than a couple of hours. Just a week ago I was researching suicide some more because I believe in making well-informed decisions. I knew I was going to get bad again. That much I can count on. But I didn't think it'd be worse. This morning, I woke up an insect in my own bed, just another flesh machine going about its day, laughing, breathing, loving, holding, eating, chewing. Right on cue, the body says, jump! And then you do. Boyfriend, and I've never been able to perform it because he's always been in the crowd. Yeah, nasty as fuck. But now he lives in Oregon, so this is it. So this is my poem's debut. Although I did write it like 6 fucking months ago. Took him a long time to find himself, guys. It's called Your Ex-Girlfriend's Existential Crisis, or the last poem I write for David Brooker. If Austin Woodruff is here, you will be very proud to hear that. I don't know where he is, but they live together for a while. Sorry, this is harder than the other one, which, you know, hard to believe. You showed up on my front steps with a terrarium your mom made me. A glass bowl garden, fishbowl panopticon filled with moss and white flowers that grow totally enclosed. Burnt sand bending bright light. I asked you not to come over, but you showed up on my front steps with a terrarium your mom made me. I really wanted to see you tonight. Is this about us? Did I do something wrong? You know I love you, right? And I look at you, and I look at the terrarium, and I just want to knock it out of your arms and push you back out to the street, yell, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, and get on with my life, but I don't. And so we stumble up the stairs thinking to ourselves, oh no, here we go again, and noticing things like our handprints smeared across the wall from the last time we said it was the last time. I did not invite you over, But I do not know how to send you home, so you spend the night because you took your shoes off and I wasn't brave enough to say no. I broke up with you for the third time on the 4th of July at the intersection of Halstead and Fullerton, leaving you there on the sidewalk, shaken and alone. Fair weather patriots stumbled past, drunk on cheap beer and imperialism. I knew my feet faced the right direction, but my heart pulled the other way, begging me to turn around, to take it all back and take you in my arms and kiss you. And kiss you and kiss you. I want us to fold into each other's humdrum days of urban gray and pen in the pencil plans that we pressed onto the future. I want to fold the map in on itself so Bend, Oregon is right next to Chicago, Illinois, and me next to you in the front seat of your car. You left 4 months ago for the West Coast to find yourself. And I did not see this coming. I was your first kiss. You were 21, by the way. Sorry, that was a little weird. First lay, first love. We talked about getting married, and you met her at a hostel in Idaho. I didn't even know they had hostels in Idaho. You left me for a girl who left you on the side of the road. When did you stop loving me? When did I stop being enough? Was it when we talked on the phone and played online chess because you were cold, wet, and depressed in Oregon? Or was it a different time that I was totally there for you? But saying fuck you won't make you love me again. And it wouldn't have made you want to come home. And it wouldn't have made you want to stay instead of drive around with her. I hope you found yourself. Because you damn sure lost me. I am counting down the days until I forget that you were once a part of them. Shorter, sweeter, summary.
How are you feeling?
Go with what you feel. Go with your heart.
Okay.
I want to hear what you have to eat or perform.
Okay.
Hey, girl.
I'm like memorized, but I'm not like sure I'm memorized. You know how that is? Okay. This one's called Romantic Contortionist or Bend and Snap. So cute. I really pride myself on my titles. I was such a fool to think that it'd be different. And now here I am, stranded at the station with a bottle of red wine and no opener. So I walk home alone, tail between my legs, shaking my head. I was such a fool. I was such a fool. But moving on scares me. And like, yeah, I want a partner, but going on dates is such a chore, and you have to get dressed up and do your hair and makeup, and even if you don't like them that much or think they're that cute, you'll probably go home with them anyway because you're here and you've had a couple drinks, and maybe tonight you don't want to walk home alone. If if you ask, I'll say yeah. Sure, I'd like that. 1, because I probably would, and 2, because you paid, and God forbid I'm rude. I mean, it's true, guys, let's be real. I call it having sex instead of making love because sex has never made me fall in love. That's just not what I'm into, what I'm looking for. I want you to boss me and toss me around. Fit my bare frame to your rare form, romantic contortionist they call me, I'll make it work. You like techno and trance? Cool. I like to try new things. I give everyone the benefit of the doubt and assume only good intention, but then when it comes to me, I doubt every turn I make. Claim, I state, ask for a second take, and I'll say, I don't know, what do you think? Sure, I can do you a favor. You need a second? I've got an hour. Borrow my charger? Sure, my phone's dead, but go ahead. Take all my power. If you're having trouble writing your next rippin' song, you've got the frills and the hi-hats, but nothing to dance to, toss me the knife. I know where you can find a real steady beat. I bend, stretch, fold, and snap. I make myself your better half. That's how bad I want to feel whole. I offer myself to the first person who says, I like your style, and then act surprised when I am not enough. Don't give me your sweet nothings, for I have nothing to do with them. They are fragile and break easily, and boy, I am not gentle. If you want to love me, I've got to warn you, when you stare into the eye of a storm, it means you are halfway there. A pause in the rain for you to catch your breath and readjust. If you want to love me, I've got to warn you, they don't have insurance for heartbreak. And if they did, you'd have to list me as a liability. My ass may not be an asset, but I have the sensibilities of a poet. Trade off. I'm a Midwestern white girl who will surprise you. But guys, I advise you. It is unwise to idealize. My body is not a continent for you to colonize. I am not a tragedy for you to romanticize. If you want to love me, I've got to warn you, when you stare into the eye of a storm, it means you are halfway there. My brothers called me Katrina, the natural disaster. I've been told I know how to bring the house down, so if you stay, brace yourself for a flood. Okay, so I'm gonna do my last couple things. They're super short, so I swear to God, I will be merciful, and then you can get up and go get my drink. I wrote a bunch of short summer poems that I kind of wanted to when I performed them, I wanted it to feel like biting into a peach. So they're literally 1.5 stanzas each. So I'm gonna read you a couple. They're all illustrated too, with history textbook cutouts and watercolors. But I'm gonna read you halfway through the book, which is actually the first one. The first one I wrote of the collection. Story time now, I guess. Called How's Life Below the Mason-Dixon Line? This one's actually memorized, so I'm just gonna close it up. It's the only one that is. I captured summer. And it smells like a burnt out match at the bottom of a gin bottle. It hissed and popped. And I fell asleep with the windows wide open almost every night. And not once did I think about you. I have 2 more super short ones. And then like for these ones, they're super short, so let's just like snap or just like nod in appreciation and then I'll go to the next one. So I like actually physically can't snap. I don't know how many boys who had crushes on me who thought they could teach me how to snap. I'm like, sorry, it's just not happening. So I guess it can't be a real slam poet, but feel free to snap instead of clap so I can get through. This one's called XXX. Underneath your ink, I suffocate and choke on my own note. Swallow more than words. I lay and let it happen. Some things aren't worth fighting for. I play chicken with myself. I mean, what a shame if the reason I did it was just to prove that I could. And this one's called Bon Appetit or Bon Appetit. This is the last page. I haven't finished illustrating this one. There should be something on this side, but I got this one. Okay. With like blue blood dripping down. I buy the same shampoo because a boy once smelled my hair and whispered, "I love you." He bit my bottom lip and said I could just eat you up. And he did.
There's no Ian, so that was Kathryn with a K!
Thank you very much.
Oh, and that's it. I'm like the last poet, and then it's like a break, and then we'll do. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Correct me.
I don't know where anybody else went. So.
That's right. That's right.
So I
Break,
guess
you're
we're in
next.
charge.
All right, great. Yeah, break. Everybody get a drink, and then. Adam Griffin is up next.
I got
Are we leaving? Yeah. Sorry. I don't think I know. My name's Wendy. Yeah. Sorry.
No, that.
I'll talk to her. Yeah, I feel like her. No, you don't have to.